बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मेरा ख़्याल था कि वक्त की कमी की वजह से कुछ गेस्ट स्पीकर से वॉलंटरली जगह छोड़ने को कहा जाएगा और पहला हाथ मेरा उठेगा, लेकिन शायद मुझे मेरे चूँकि पुराने ताल्लुक़ है वाइस चांसलर चेयरमैन साहब के साथ, तो उन्होंने ये शफ़क़त नहीं की मेरे साथ, तो इसलिए मुझे मजबूरन अपनी बारी पूरी करनी पड़ रही है। I bring no expertise on the subject, but about 7-8 years of the decade, Punjab saw a great transformation in higher education, and I was a witness. And so that experience has shaped my views on higher education. And based on that, I like just to say a few points, few ideas. And what a remarkable experience it was. Many of the people who are partner in that effort were here. Dr. Suhail is here, Dr. Mukhtar is here, Dr. Ikrar is here, Fazil Saab, Dr. Khalid, personal friends. So the HEC was there to control and regulate. And he was a young, recently retired Fauji who wanted to show up. And so the struggle was, wherever I would find an empty room or empty building, I will either open a sub-campus or start a university. And the HEC would then haul me up for violating so-and-so regulation, so-and-so regulation, and I had to survive. And the way, General Asghar is my friend, old friend, the way I would survive is, I would hold a big event of that university and work with the Vice Chancellor, and that's my theme. The Vice Chancellors were super. General Asghar, General Akram, Vice Chancellor, Engineering University, the super guy. He had turned a warring university into a modern university. And I would tell him, sir, I'm bringing the president. He's looking at progressiveness, enlightenment. I want this graduation ceremony to be like a real concert. And he'll put up one of the greatest shows. And after the event, we will come out for 5 minutes and I'll tell General President, sir, I just happen to have initiated 4 more universities in Chakwal, in Gujranwala, in Kalashah Kaku, in Faisalabad. I need a little bit of money. And Dr. Atar would say, sir, he's right, but sir, we have a lot of universities to see. And the president would turn around and say, Atar Rahman, ये इतना बुरा काम तो नहीं कर रहा, इनको 5 billion दे दें आज. And nobody could refuse. And I would walk away with the assurance that I will stay on as the governor for the next 6 months. And I remember I took president to a sub-campus in Gujranwala, huge sub-campus. By the way, when Punjab talks of education, it's not talking about 2,000, 5,000. It's talking about 40,000 students, 30,000 students. So I take the president to Gujranwala sub-campus, very well run, lot of programs. And again, Dr. Atar Rahman whispering in the president's ear, sir, these sub-campuses are below quality. They don't have all the regulation, all the requirements. And president will see the graduation, young people, young girls talking. And I still remember the phrase General President said, Ata, ye itna bura kaam to nahi kar raha. And so that is how I got the lease of life. And this is what really I shaped my views. I did a little of study on the net. And Dr. Mukhtar, what a beautiful podcast you did with Muzammil. I think it was the HEC could not have done a better job. And very impressive when you said that today the HEC is ready to adopt AI for teaching and management of the university. A lot of credit to you. But on the other side, when I read the other experts, I don't know whether I'm allowed to name or not. I think Dr. Hood Bhai and Dr. Ashraf, they had raised very serious objection. Dr. Ashraf raised an objection that because we have a colonial mindset, our universities are at best producing workers. They're not producing intellectual and leaders, which I think is not true. Today our universities particularly are focusing on people from weaker segment of the society. Our fees are still very moderate, and I think we are providing opportunities to kids and boys and girls from lower families to get educated. And today, mind you, all the doctors, engineers, military officers, bureaucrats in Pakistan are children of low middle class background. I am one of them. So I think on that account, this objection is not very correct. The other objection, which was even more serious, comes from, again, I don't know whether I should name him, from Hudbai. And he says, our cultural values prevent us from being critical. And he is using this cultural values in a more creed context, let us put it this. And I thought that is again not a correct argument. Yes, in some ways we can be conservative, but when it comes to education, when we are teaching IFV, we are teaching heart transplant, liver transplant, we are teaching all forms of economy, then we are not being rigid on what is the final word that we've got from the religion. And just somebody, as Dr. Hill gave out very good verses, I was reading Iqbal, and Iqbal actually has said that the Iqbal had said that research or education is a worship. And by mastering the worldly subjects, we can master the universe, which is what is the God wants the human beings to achieve, the taskhir-e-kainat concept. And I read one rubai from Iqbal on the subject, very beautiful. Chun Musalmana agar dari jigar. You have the heart and warmth of a Muslim. Dar zamire khesho dar Quran agar. If you look into your hearts and into Quran, sad jahane taza dar ayat oost. Asre hai peshida dar honor se oost. That new universes are hidden in the Quran. And he was a great believer that universes are expanding. That is what Quran also says. So I don't think this argument that we are religious, therefore we are not scholarly or not we are critical, is not fair. But having said that, I think it is correct that our higher education comes under pressure. And I was reading also an interview by Dr. Tariq Banori, and he had also said that there are issues with our higher education. Quality is one issue. I think relevance to industry and economy is another issue. I think governance is another issue. I think how we take care of our students is another issue we need to look at it. And in my opinion, even bigger issue is, are we ready to adopt the emerging technologies? And I just want to make one or two remarks on each, because I want to stay within the 10 minutes limit. I think when it comes to quality, the faculty, I think, emerges as the main challenge. And again, I'm trying to invite Dr. Banori's attention. He had said that there is a rigorous process of recruiting the faculty. But I think we are falling short. I think we need to hold our faculty accountable. I think this concept of training the faculty, whether at HSC level or at provincial level, I think at university level, we need to have forums and institutions to groom and train our faculty. I think we need to send them abroad for short durations, or we need to, I think, have them talk to the other universities. But faculty remains, I think, our one major concern, and we need to work on it. I think on the governance, we have constrained our universities too much, and don't mind it, Dr. Ismail Qureshi, with bureaucratic presence. Too much bureaucracy in the university of functioning. This poor chap, I forget your name, sir. Kya naam aapka? Sorry, Allah. Again, one of my old friend in education, Dr. Allah Baksh knows. They can't appoint a dean, he can't appoint a treasurer, he can't give leave. We have constrained the universities. I think you need to select a brilliant vice chancellor. I don't want to say the way we work in the military, but select the best gentleman, best qualified gentleman. Ask him to present his vision. Hold him accountable, but then give him the freedom. This overly interference into the functioning of the university, I think is detrimental. Half the time, he is looking towards the secretariat. He knows whom to please, and therefore he is not able to do what he wishes to because he's scared. Somebody, even Dr. Ijaz will agree with me. I think we need to make I'm not saying use the Harvard model. I'm told the Iranians have a total government control, Chinese have a government control, but I think we need to liberate our faculty, give them mandate, hold them accountable, but let him do the work freely without hindrance. That's the second thing. I think third thing is we need to make our education relevant to industry and the society. And I just want to make one or two remarks here. Let the industry be represented on universities' boards, not by token. I think I saw Mia Idris here somewhere. Yeah, he's here. I remember when I used to go to Faisalabad, we'd invite a lot of industrialists on the faculty board. Let them see the curriculum. Let them see how we teach them. Then hold them accountable that you'll have to accept them. I think this is very, very essential. Some of the things that we can do today, we are spending bulk of the money today on infrastructure, hydel projects, and on energy projects. And on each of these, we don't do a direct degree. For instance, we don't do a degree on road infrastructure. Chinese have, I'm told, produced hundreds of PhDs on this economic corridor. I think we need to do direct degrees on the subjects on which we spend bulk of the money. I also think we need to use our institution who are dealing with these projects. For instance, WAPDA can run very good courses, degree program on these subjects. I was reading other day that in Dubai police has started a degree program on cyber security. 60,000 dirham as a fee. I think these specialized institutions in Pakistan, police, WAPDA, army is already doing it, should be required to conduct the courses. This will expand your output. Here I also want to make a mention that the world today is in need of many specialization that you are producing, whether it is AI, green energy, medicine, biology, financial management. While we should send our kids abroad, I think we need to also attract students from Asia and Africa to come to Pakistan and study. At the price that you will offer, and West is becoming more restricted, I think this is a great opportunity for us to take foreign students, also train our experts to go and teach outside. I come to my second last point, which is the students. Most podcasts that I studied or heard, students find themselves left out. We need to, I think, connect with them. When we admit them, we should guide them where they are suited. When we train them, give them internship very freely, spend money on it. And once they have graduated, government should open its coffers and allow them 6 to 9 months service in the government departments. Also, for God's sake, let people enjoy their life in the university. Nobody will challenge you. Dr. Khalid, you asked Dr. Khalid, we did in every university musical program, drama competition, speech competition, and nobody could raise a finger. There was never a protest that we were violating the norms of the society. Please liberate your students. Why are they not holding a piano or a banjo in their hand? Why must they not be all holding a tennis racket or scotch racket? And my last point is, adopt this AI very vigorously. I read that this is going to change not only the teaching, but the character of the universities. We will no longer require these huge auditoriums. People can learn from their homes the basic lessons. If you have to teach him Renaissance in Europe, or you have to teach him the negative of the colonization, he could sit on the computer and read it through AI. And then they can get together for a joint research. So the professors, I'm told, will be named as monitors, not as teachers. And instead of these huge universities, We have these smaller complexes, more like looking like a digital library, which can save a lot of money. But in the end, I do want to say, I think we have a tremendous potential. Our youth is looking forward to being challenged. I think our economy is going to open up. I think we are going to have opportunities for economic development. I think if we can provide tools to our students, they will, I have no doubt, bring or take Pakistan to a greater glory and a greater path. I thank you.